My darling, if you ask a woman these 3 questions, you will get laid. And what I'm seeing in the statistics, a lot of you guys are not getting laid. So listen, if you're not getting laid, let me know in the comment section or shoot me an email. Let me know. Help me help you. I'm Arica Angelo. Make sure that you subscribe. Okay, let's get into this. Here's the thing. When you are asking these kind of questions, you have to be in a very assertive and seductive energy because it's all about how you deliver the information. It's how you deliver these questions. I can give you these 3 things to ask her, but if you say it in a way that sounds wimpy or it sounds insecure or it just sounds very mechanical, it's gonna drop like flies is what I'm trying to say. The reality is it's really the energy behind that. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you something that no matter what is going on in your life, when you show up with this thing that I'm gonna share with you, you are gonna transform and she is going to feel that sexual, powerful energy from you because we want to feel that. You know, I can think of a time, and I told this story years ago, but there was a guy that I met and he was one of the most beautiful guys that I had met at that time. I was living in Columbus, Ohio. I was single. This is talking about the energy because I really want you to understand this so that these 3 questions are super successful for you. This guy was so good looking and I was so excited to go on a date with this guy because he was so hot. I was so excited, and we go on the date. I'm like, there he is. He's got those pretty blue eyes. He's got that dark brown hair. I'm like, yes. And he was drier than watching paint dry on a wall. He was so boring. He brought 0 sexual energy. And I'm like, how can someone be so beautiful and so good looking and have 0 seductive energy to him? How is this possible? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. You don't have to be the hottest guy, but when you come in with that seductive energy, it is the game changer, my darling. So remember, it's how you say it. It's the energy that you bring. Are you interesting? Is she exciting? Are her panties getting wet by talking to you? Or is she just ready to run out the door? Which is exactly what I did on that date. I said I had to work, and I didn't really have to work. I just had to play on MySpace. That tells you how long ago this was. So here's the first thing that I want you to ask her in that seductive, assertive, playful energy. First thing you're gonna ask her is this: when is the last time you've had just mind-blowing sex? You might be thinking, Arica, that's just super direct. It's super assertive. Yes, it is, because the whole point is for you guys to be intimate with one another. And what that does is it invites her into story. And you can tell her, okay, you don't have to tell me the exact date, but what made it so mind-blowing? And so you're opening her up to discuss sex, to have the conversation about sex, because the reality is when we talk about sex, when we think about sex, it does turn us on. It does heat us up down there. It does make our panties wet. It does make us want to have sex when you start opening up those questions. And you can always use my free guide, the 20 best sexual questions to ask a woman. It's completely free. You can download it. You can put it on your phone. You can use it any damn time before you go on a date. But when you ask her, when's the last time you've had mind-blowing sex? She's gonna be put off by that, by the way. You're gonna be pushing the envelope. This is why I said you have to be assertive. You're gonna push the envelope when you say, when's the last? She's like, I'm not telling you. And then you can go to part 2 of that question, which is, what made it so mind-blowing? It will be very interesting to see how open she is about this, but what is it that made it so mind-blowing for you? That is the first question that you wanna ask her. The second question is this. You wanna propose it this way. You wanna say something like, you know, we all kind of have that spot that just really gets us off. And you can say, you know, for example, like me. So you're leading with vulnerability here. So example for me, when a woman licks me on the ear, oh my God, it just drives me wild. Now you have to be sincere. You say the thing that actually turns you on. Be sincere about this. Don't play a game. Women can detect when you're not being sincere. Tell her the truth. What is that part on your body? I hope you know. What is that part on your body? Tell me in the comments. Oh yeah. Tell me in the comments section. What is the part that you like to be touched and it just drives you wild? Let me know. I tell you all my business. Tell me some of your business. So ask her, you know, Okay, so what is that spot for you? And what happens is it gets her back to thinking about it. It gets her feeling it. You got her thinking, you got her feeling. All of these things are getting her worked up to want to make love to you, my glorious, sexy man. And I told you I would give you something so that you can always feel this way. And I just released a brand new thing called the Desire Code. I am so sick and tired of hearing how men are not encouraged, how their sexuality is being put down, that no one affirms them, that everyone makes them feel like a creep. And I am sick and tired of this shit. And so I made a program that does just that, where I sit there and affirm you as a man. I realign you back to your sexuality and give you the mother freaking permission slip that you deserve, because your sexual energy is needed, your masculinity is needed, and you need a mother freaking woman to remind you of that, because too many women are tearing men apart, and I want to be the woman to lift you up, to give you permission to get back in that sexual, powerful energy. So you want to get the Desire Code. It's in the comment section. It is in the description. And here's a third question that you're going to ask her to get laid. You're going to put a hypothetical question out there. So you want to say something like this: hypothetically. Now this is where you're being seductive. This is not just assertive. This is your seductive energy. Say with me, seductive, because you are seductive. I want you to say, hypothetically, if I were to make love to your beautiful body, where would you want me to start? You're already setting up the tone that you are gonna put it down on her. The two of you are going to make love. The two of you are going to be in the mother freaking bedroom. So hypothetically, if I were to make love to you, and that's also very cheeky. It's like, I don't know if you've earned the D. I don't know if you've earned the goods, lady. I don't know if you're there. I'm just saying, I'm considering giving you this beautiful gold pipe. I'm considering it. So hypothetically, if I were to make love to you, where would you want me to start? And you hear the tonality. It's sexy. It's a question. It's a little playful. That's the kind of energy that you have to show up. I really hope that you took everything in this video and you put it to work. I've got videos that come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Here's a video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And guess what? Who are we to argue with YouTube? So go ahead and watch that. I'll see you in my next video.